News from the northeast and Nagaland. Protests in Nagaland against the armed forces over last week's killing of 14 civilians in a botched operation are spreading across the state. Today it has turned more into a massive protest, and powerful one at that. The Naga Students Federation organized its biggest rally for repealing the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in state capital Kohima. This comes close on the massive protest in 5 eastern Nagaland districts. Let's go across to Ratnadeep now for more. And Ratnadeep, what is the response of the authorities as these protests and this anger continues?
Well, Gagi, in terms of response from authorities, the Nagaland state government has convened an urgent session of the state assembly, a special session of the state assembly on December 20th, in which, in all likelihood, the state assembly would pass a resolution for urging the state government as well as centre to immediately repeal Armed Forces Special Power Act from the state. But what is happening in the past 1 week? Remember, we have been reporting throughout this week that protests are happening in Nagaland. Now, remember, the first major protest happened in Oting village, the village from which 12 out of those 14 civilians who were killed in police firing on December, firing by army and Assam Rifles on December 4th and 5th. And now, first protest happened in Oting village. The next protest happened in Mon district, which is where the incident took place, and it spread then across eastern Nagaland. We saw those massive protests that we reported in 5 eastern Nagaland districts. Now today, the Naga Students Federation, the most powerful students body in the state, with the help of Northeast Students Organization, which is pan-Northeast student organization involving student organizations from all the 7 northeastern states. They have started their agitation, their protest from state capital Kohima. So, gradually entire Nagaland now, witnessing massive protests, not only, asking for, withdrawal of Armed Forces Special Power Act, but one of the key demands right from the Oting village protest to today's one in state capital Kohima has been, the protesters want that Union Home Minister Amit Shah should immediately withdraw his December 6th statement in both houses of the parliament, because the locals, the Naga people, claim that whatever he stated to the parliament in terms of how that incident happened has been fabricated, and it actually is far from what is the ground reality. That is the allegation and by the civil society groups, and they want Home Minister to immediately withdraw that statement. The civil society groups want immediate arrest of the army jawans involved in the firing, and they should be immediately arrested. They are also asking repeal of Armed Forces Special Power Act across Northeast. So, this is a major protest after a long time in Northeast against Armed Forces Special Power Act, and it seems in
That's right, and
Nagaland,
it seems that the protest and the anger is intensifying, and as you can see, more protests after we saw protests in 5 districts yesterday.